Imagine trying to use a toilet while floating upside down at 17,500 miles per hour. Miss by just 1 inch, and tiny droplets could drift through the spacecraft for days. That's exactly the nightmare NASA had to solve before humans could truly live in space. On Earth, gravity pulls everything down. But in orbit, gravity is practically useless inside the spacecraft. Nothing falls, not even waste. NASA's first astronauts didn't even have a real toilet. During the Mercury missions, they relied on primitive collection bags that were uncomfortable, messy, and often leaked. Longer missions made things worse. Imagine spending a week trapped inside a tiny spacecraft with no proper bathroom. Engineers knew this wasn't just uncomfortable, it was dangerous. So NASA asked a simple question: if gravity can't move waste, what can? Their answer completely changed space travel forever. Instead of gravity, engineers used airflow. Powerful fans constantly pulled air downward, creating an invisible stream that carried everything exactly where it needed to go. The toilet seat had to be surprisingly small, only about 4 inches wide, because concentrating the airflow made the suction far more effective. Astronauts couldn't simply sit down. They had to carefully align themselves using cameras, mirrors, and foot restraints before every single use. Yeah, NASA actually built toilet simulators on Earth because astronauts had to practice aiming before going into space. Solid waste was pulled into sealed containers, while liquid waste followed an entirely different path through a sophisticated vacuum system. Inside the system, rotating fans replaced gravity, continuously guiding airflow to prevent floating contamination inside the spacecraft. Odors couldn't simply escape into space. Multiple filters trapped bacteria, moisture, and unpleasant smells before recycling clean air back into the cabin. Modern spacecraft go even further. Urine isn't discarded. It becomes drinking water through one of the most advanced recycling systems ever built. Today's recycling systems recover nearly every usable drop, dramatically reducing the amount of water that must be launched from Earth. Every kilogram saved during launch reduces mission costs, making efficient waste recycling a critical part of future Moon and Mars missions. NASA's newest Universal Waste Management System is nearly 40% smaller, lighter, and far more efficient than previous generations. Without this technology, astronauts simply couldn't survive on months-long journeys to Mars. A reliable toilet is literally life support equipment. One invention most people never think about quietly solved one of humanity's biggest challenges: living beyond Earth. The next time someone talks about rockets, remember this: getting to space was only half the challenge. Learning how to live there changed everything. Subscribe to SciNova for more engineering stories hidden inside everyday technology.